The following presentation is about an exciting proposal to establish a computer coding school for our youth. As we all know, computers are very pervasive. They are everywhere and encompass almost everything. Our coding project will allow students to acquire the necessary tools to be successful, be exposed to opportunities to become computer coders and more, to impact the future using their minds and their imaginations, to participate in and contribute to the global marketplace. They will be able to enjoy a viable income, as well as develop new skills, all while participating in a positive new movement. Van Jones is a brilliant young man who has established an exciting new movement for youth in Oakland, California called Yes We Code. Our proposal is formulated to join this movement by establishing a coding program for youth here in Cleveland, Ohio. I now present to you Mr. Van Jones and Yes We Code.
My name is Van Jones. I'm the president of Rebuild the Dream, and we have this initiative called Yes We Code. Yes We Code is an initiative to get 100,000 low-opportunity young people trained to be the best computer coders in the world. Right now, we are in Oakland, California, and we have the first hackathon that's focused on black male achievement. You got all these young brothers you expect to see on the street corner playing basketball. They're like creating the apps of tomorrow, and it's amazing.
It's a healthy app, and the name of our app is Healthy Bird.
It's like a game.
So it's a
Healthy Bird?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love it already.
It's a game that teaches youth how to take care of their health and how to be fit.
Ordinarily, when you're thinking about young black men, you're hearing a lot of bad news, hearing about them doing bad stuff. These kids are doing incredible stuff. We tell these young black guys, all right, you basically can be successful 4 ways, right? You're either going to be a hustler out in the corner, or you're going to be a basketball player, or you're going to be a rapper, or you're going to be Barack Obama. Okay, that's it. That's your whole menu, all of which is highly unlikely. What if there were a 5th door that said you can also be a coder? You can also be somebody who creates the future with your own hands. That's what Yes We Code is all about. In Silicon Valley, you wear a hoodie, you're Mark Zuckerberg. But don't wear a hoodie looking like Trayvon. You ask me why I'm up here. I'm up here for Trayvon. When you see this kind of opportunity out there, and you see it missing this many young people, you got to step in, especially when you know when the young people get involved, they're going to take it to a completely different level. If you can see a future for them where they're building, they're making, they're contributing, everybody's wanting their products, their services, their help. If you can see that, we have a shot. I saw that today. Give it up for these young people who we're here for, people who are trying to change themselves, trying to change this country. Genius, absolute genius. Some of the best kids you're ever going to meet. Look at how beautiful they are. Every one of them. What are they wearing? Wearing hoodies. Don't shoot our children. Don't attack our young people. They might cure cancer. They might come up with a better game than Angry Birds. They might have some angry nerds. Anything can happen. Miracles can happen. Everybody here, you are very, very blessed because you get to witness in this space, in this moment, in this time, the birth of a new movement that is going to not just bring out the best in this next generation, it's going to bring out the best in humanity. Because when you give these young people the tools to build a future that works, it won't just work for them. It's going to work for all of us. Yes, we code.
Thank you, Van. This movement sounds so exciting. You're doing a great job out in Oakland, and yes, we are absolutely joining the movement. Here are a few percentages from Black Enterprise magazine that show exactly why we must establish a coding school for youth in Cleveland and all over the country. 8% of the programmers are Black. 2% of game developers are Black. And only 296 of the 5,907 top managers and officials in the Silicon Valley are Black or Latino. We absolutely cannot let the digital revolution bypass our children and our communities. So let's talk about the essence of the coding project at this time. I would now like to introduce the person who developed the proposal, Charles McDowell. Charles is a database programmer, and he's also a computer science instructor at Cleveland Housing Network. It is his vision and foresight that are bringing the proposal to establish a coding school for youth in Cleveland to life. I now present to you Mr. Charles McDowell.
Okay, hi, I'm Charles McDowell. Thank you very much, Tama, for that wonderful introduction. Well, let me say this first. The digital revolution is bypassing the inner city. I'll say it again. The digital revolution is bypassing the inner city. I'd like to take a moment to share a true story with you. I was in a restaurant meeting with a friend who introduced me to a friend of his who was there. In conversation, my friend asked me what I did for a living. I said, I'm a database programmer. His response was, really? He thought for a minute, and he said, you are the first Black database programmer I've ever met. This guy was Black also. And I had to think about it for a minute, but he was the first Black database programmer I'd ever met. Think about this. What are we seeing when we go into IT departments today? We see Caucasians, we see Asians, we see Indians, but we don't see many African Americans. We need to get busy. We need to start working with Black children at a very young age to get them interested in programming. All right, now, our proposal is to form a joint venture between Cleveland Housing Network and C. McDowell Associates. We're going to develop a pilot program for training youth in the computer programming fields. All right, our goals for the summer are, we will have 2 students from the CHNYU program, that's Cleveland Housing Network's Youth Opportunity Unlimited program. And we're going to train them to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint. These are very important products for them to write papers, to do research, to develop presentations, and to do graphs. So they need to have these skills for school and college as well. Now, students will develop their own PowerPoint presentations that highlights the life of a family member or a person who inspired them. Tama Richards, who has assisted me in creation of many projects, will provide them with an outline of the creative process and will assist them throughout the development of their presentation. In April 2013, President Obama said, "One of the things that I have been focused on as president is how we can create an all-hands-on-deck approach to science, technology, engineering, and math. We firmly support this initiative, since math is a major component in the science, technology, and engineering and math curriculum, which is referred to by the STEM acronym. Keeping their math skills sharp is one of our primary goals." We're going to do this by, number one, providing a pretest to determine their math levels. Number two, designing a tutoring program to address any deficiencies that they may have. And now that the school curriculum has been changed to the Common Core curriculum, where algebra is now taught in the 8th grade instead of the 9th, we need to make sure that the students have a solid foundation in algebra. Number three, we will issue a post-test at the end of the program to evaluate their progress. This will be handled by Elliot Huff, who is with Tri-C. I was formerly with Tri-C before coming to CHN. Elliot and I have both worked with young people, particularly GED students, to improve their computer skills and their math skills. Elliot will be handling the evaluation and setting up the tutoring programs. So, where do we go from here? What are our future plans? We will recruit an additional 12 students and set up a Saturday program to continue our coding training for these students. We're going to start their training in database theory using Access 2010. They will learn about tables, primary keys, and foreign keys. We will also teach them how to query tables, how to create forms, and how to design reports. Then, once we've done that, we're going to introduce them to the VBA language, which is Access's programming language. We will teach them about the Boolean algebra characteristic of programming. We're going to teach them about if statements and for next statements, while when statements, and do loop statements. So, we're going to give them an introduction into the basic concepts of programming. Then, we want to move into the C# programming language and the ASP.NET platform. C# is Microsoft's language for the web and is one of the most widely used programming languages on the web. I think our kids can handle this. And once they get there, we want to add some of the other programming tools like MVC, web forms, scaffolding, JavaScript, CSS, and Bootstrap. These are some of the additional web tools that they will need, no matter if they're doing data programming, writing reports, or whether they're doing music or videos. All of these processes require the use of these tools. Now, we cannot forget about our math, because if they don't master their math, they won't be able to finish the STEM courses in high school, and they won't be able to major in these courses in college. So we want these kids to go into STEM programs because there's a lot of good jobs and a lot of great opportunities in STEM fields. And our goal is to make it possible for these kids to be able to participate in these opportunities. Now, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the number of computer programmers nationwide should expand by about 12% per year between 2010 and 2020. Computer programmers make an average median salary of more than $71,000 in 2010. The top 10%, however, made more than $114,000. Our children need to be in this group. Now, this represents the number of people who only program. However, there's a need in all disciplines for people who understand coding. From law to medicine, business to even social service, there's need for coders who understand the business. Now, we also want these kids to make some money right now. So we're going to develop a business plan to market our student services, preparing these highlights of life videos. I believe there's a market for these videos, for instance, that highlights the life of deceased family members, or honoring a living relative, or even celebrating the achievements of a milestone. The videos that students create will be posted on the web and will be used as a marketing tool to market the Highlights of Life videos. Moreover, they will be used as recruiting tools to recruit 12 more students into the program. This will put a little money in the students' pockets, and as they are training, and hopefully will keep them excited and motivated to want to learn more. We will develop a website because you can't market anything without a website. This website will display the videos that our students produce. As our students' coding skills increase, we will work to develop apps and other products to market. These kids are very smart, and once we give them the tools, there's no telling where they will go. We may have another Mark Zuckerberg right here in our midst. So this is what we will do. This is a pilot program that will begin at the Cleveland Housing Network, but we also plan to expand this program to other locations within the city. I want to thank you very much for viewing this presentation. We are currently in the planning stages with CHN to begin the summer pilot program. I will continue to provide updates on our progress. Thanks again, and have a great day.
They're suspected to the police of similar offences relating to the